Sawyer Sweeten. It is often said that some lives burn brightly but far too briefly, and the story of Sawyer Storm Sweeten is one of those painfully luminous tales. Born on May 12, 1995, in the quiet Texas town of Brownwood, Sawyer came into the world alongside his identical twin brother Sullivan, already sharing a bond that would follow them into childhood, fame, and the public's memory. His early years were shaped by the warmth of a close-knit family. He was the son of Timothy Sweeten and Elizabeth Millsap, and part of a lively brood that included his older sister Madeline and younger sister Mesa. Though nothing hinted that Hollywood would ever be their destination, fate had plans far bigger than the Sweetens could have imagined. When Sawyer and Sullivan were only 6 months old, the family relocated to California, a move that would unexpectedly alter the course of their lives. What began as an ordinary cross-state transition would soon become the foundation of a childhood spent under TV lights. Within a year of settling on the West Coast, the twins, along with big sister Madeline, were cast in a show that would grow into one of America's most beloved sitcoms. Everybody Loves Raymond, a series that would remain on air for 9 seasons, introduced the world to the Barone family and turned its young cast members into familiar faces in millions of homes. Sawyer, barely old enough to understand the magnitude of what was happening around him, stepped into the role of Geoffrey Barone, one of the twin sons of Ray Romano's character. Side by side with his real-life twin Sullivan, who played Michael Barone, Sawyer became part of a television family that mirrored aspects of his own: busy, affectionate, chaotic, and full of humor. As the show grew in popularity, viewers watched the Sweeten twins grow from wide-eyed children into adolescents, their personalities gradually emerging through the characters they played. The set of Everybody Loves Raymond wasn't merely a workplace. For the Sweeten siblings, it became a second home, and the cast became an extension of their own family. Ray Romano, Patricia Heaton, Brad Garrett, Doris Roberts, and Peter Boyle remained powerful presences in the twins' lives, offering mentorship, affection, and stability throughout the show's long run. The creators, writers, and crew also saw the children as more than actors. They were cherished members of a small community built around the Barone household. Though Sawyer's acting career primarily revolved around his role on Everybody Loves Raymond, he did make a small appearance in the 2002 comedy film Frank McCluskey, C.I., portraying a younger version of the title character. He also briefly appeared on the Disney Channel series Even Stevens in 2000, guest starring in the episode All About Yvette. But unlike many child actors pressured to expand rapidly into larger roles, Sawyer's career moved at a gentle pace, shaped more by the rhythm of the family's life than by aggressive industry ambition. After Everybody Loves Raymond ended in 2005, when Sawyer was still in his early teens, he and Sullivan gradually stepped back from acting. Their lives quietly shifted away from the public eye, allowing them to live more ordinarily than some young performers are able to. They shared a house together in Riverside, California, finding comfort in the familiarity of their lifelong bond. Sawyer, described by many who knew him as gentle, thoughtful, and naturally funny, preferred a low-profile lifestyle. He enjoyed simple routines and the closeness of his family, especially his siblings, who remained deeply connected even as they each grew older and moved into their separate paths. But behind the quiet and the normalcy, Sawyer struggled with inner battles that the public only learned about after his tragic passing. On April 23, 2015, just 19 days before what would have been his 20th birthday, Sawyer died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The news rippled through Hollywood and beyond, stunning those who had watched him grow up on screen. His passing became a sobering reminder of the emotional and mental pressures young people may face, even when their outward lives appear steady or uneventful. Tributes poured in from those who had worked with him for nearly a decade. Ray Romano, who had played his on-screen father, expressed profound shock and heartbreak, describing Sawyer as a wonderful and sweet kid who was always a pleasure to have on set. Patricia Heaton, who portrayed his TV mother, remembered him as an exceptionally bright and funny young man, mourning the fact that his life ended far too early. Brad Garrett, known for his role as Uncle Robert, released a statement that highlighted how deeply intertwined the Sweetens had been with the cast, calling them family and expressing his heartfelt condolences. Phil Rosenthal, the show's creator, as well as the husband of actress Monica Horan, recalled the twins and their sister Madeline as children who never failed to bring joy to everyone around them. His words painted a picture of 3 siblings whose presence on set inspired warmth and laughter, a sentiment echoed by countless crew members and fans. Perhaps the most emotional tribute came from Sawyer's real-life sister Madeline, who had played his on-screen sister Ally Barone. Her statement not only mourned her brother, but urged others to reach out to people they love, reminding the world of how crucial compassion and connection are, especially for those who may be fighting silent battles. Her grief spoke to a universal truth. Even in loving families, struggles can be hidden, and support must be actively given. Sawyer's death served as a heartbreaking moment for longtime fans of Everybody Loves Raymond, a show built on themes of family bonds and everyday challenges. Many who had watched Sawyer grow up alongside his real twin brother felt as if they, too, had lost someone familiar. The tragedy underscored just how much the cast meant to viewers and how deeply the Sweeten siblings had embedded themselves into the cultural fabric of the show. Although Sawyer's life was short, his impact remains woven into the legacy of one of America's most beloved sitcoms. His portrayal of Geoffrey Barone continues to be cherished by fans who rewatch episodes and remember the sweet, soft-spoken boy with the bright eyes and gentle presence. For those who knew him personally, Sawyer is remembered not as a celebrity, but as a kind soul, a loving son, a devoted brother, and a young man who brought laughter to those around him long before audiences embraced his on-screen charm. His story carries both warmth and sadness, a reminder of the joy he helped create and the fragility of the lives behind the characters we grow connected to. While the Sweeten family continues to honor his memory privately, the cast and fans of Everybody Loves Raymond continue to hold him close, keeping alive the moments he shared with the world. At the time of his passing, Sawyer Sweeten's earnings came primarily from his long-running role on Everybody Loves Raymond and related appearances. While child actors typically earn modest wages compared to adult stars, recurring cast involvement over 9 seasons provided stability. His estimated net worth is generally $2 million, a reflection of his work during the show's peak years and residual earnings.